Bonjour, bonjour. Back. So, just enjoying the good weather. Lots of traffic. So, right, as our tools, I guess, are stress relievers. It's like that's what you guys are to us. It's like our stress reliever. It's like we need you, right? It's like we like playing you in this game, and so now it's time for you to wake up. It's like we've watched you slumber for a while, right? It's just a game of trying to wake you up, and it's like some characters like wake up in between, right? Like just sometimes for a short spell, and sometimes they don't. It's just like it's fun. It's like we need you. It's like, but you need us, right? It's a symbiosis that we need to work together. And so if you see these other people, right, that are great, it's like some of them, like they're working with theirs already. So they have that relationship, but like it's a relationship it's private, right? It's a private relationship. So like you go tell everyone about it. So but now that this is being the Revelations age, it's like I want to show you how to reach your gift, right? How to be that great person too. It's just like I don't think everybody strives to be the I don't know, just to be a, you know what I mean? It's just like you work really hard, you fight, and you don't win. You don't win, and you can't win, and you're always going to be a bitch. Always, especially if you eat from those places, right? But you can't do that to yourself. You're you. It's like you're just murdering yourself now. So it's like now at this point, it's like, right? So I do this because it's like it's gonna be hard to fight those cravings. I'll just be like, oh, just one. You compromise one. It's like you go back. When you go forward on this journey, you can't go back. So if you say, oh, I just had one last one, right? And you just put it back. There's only one stipulation to how this gift. I think it's a great gift. Shouldn't we even fucking give it to fucking humankind for fucking treating your bodies the way they do and just fucking treating it like it's a fucking waste disposal? It's like you shouldn't even get no fucking opportunity. But, right? You don't want to play with characters that are gross and old. Now who does want to play that? Nobody. I want to play one with a fucking saggy ass. I want to play with a fucking nice ass, right? And we'll show you how to fucking maintain that body to its perfection. It's like that's a knowledge that you don't have, but right? That's a knowledge that you can use for your own benefit, to live longer. Who does not want to live forever and look great forever, right? Like people are dying to live forever. Literally no, right? Giving things up. So this is like an opportunity, right? This is like, and just stand up and just do that for yourself, right? And for your community. Because you're going to become that leader. You're going to become that person who, and like after a while, like if all these people do it, right? It's all the society will just come together and just hum, right? That's a possibility. That could happen. It's a great thought, right? It's just kind of saying, well, society can save themselves, like just by doing something different. That's it. But it's a fun journey, I tell you. It's a great journey to find yourself, to go there and just do it, like just the change, right? But it's all about your mind. Like free your mind, the rest will follow, right? They'll all be looking behind you. What's you got? I want it. And they will follow you. Like you'll be that leader, and it'll just, right? It's that knowledge. And so all these people with the same knowledge, it's almost like you're drones, right? You're in one thought. It's great. And it's just like you, like that's why how we do it, right? So we kind of just look at each other and kind of just towards each other and kind of just talk, right? Because you don't need your voice really. And after a while, once you're at that high frequency, it's almost like you get to a point like, do we really need to talk anymore, or should we kind of just like not communicate, right? Because there's so much water that dispenses. Like I could communicate with nature right now if I wanted to, and not have to be able to say a word on my walk. But right now I'm telling these videos, right? And so it's like you could be able to do that. You'll have those abilities. You'll just be one, right? It's like, you ever hear of a book called Chrysalids? Something like that. You'll have these things, but it's not because you're a freak. It's because you have these gifts, right? People will call you a freak and you're like, well, well, I guess they would in their eyes, right? But in your eyes, you're like, I think I'm pretty cool. It's like, I like myself. It's like, you look in the mirror, it's like, oh, look at me, right? It's just like your energy is just through the roof. It's like you could, right? You can conquer the world, and you will, right? You'll conquer your own world that you live in, your community, your place, your space, your race. Even if you think big, you can just keep going and going. It's like your own stop sign. But if you don't put up that stop sign, you just keep fucking going, right? You can dream as far as you want. All of a sudden, it's just like history books will be written about you. It's just like you are that being, right? That being behind you will be that, and you guys can just be like, wow, right? It's just like crazy. It's like humanity is it's so amazing if they work together. And so look at the pyramids. Look at all those different things that you guys just awe and wonder about. It's like, that would be you, right? It's like they took those and they were able to just work with nature to make it. They said like, oh, that must have took a lot of manpower. Just like, no, not really. It's just, if you can get people to work together and they're all in one accord, it's just like great minds can reduce so much, right? And it's just like, and then you become those people again. It's like you can become those people and build communities that are based on love. You can't do anything if there's always hate around, because it's always pestering you while you'll be sitting there and all of a sudden you'll be just hear something and just say, you're a loser, right? All of a sudden you're just like, aw. And it just kills your day to have someone call you a loser, right? Just once that can just kill your whole year. Happy New Year. And after like you go there, all of a sudden you see someone and you're kind of, oh, I was going to take that leap. You go there and it's just really, there's mistletoe, and she's like, you're a loser, right? And then she walks away. You are that loser for that whole year because she set that tone, right? And so it's just like, it's words, so powerful words. I guess I just don't know how to harp on that enough. And so when you don't have that food, right? And so this new world that's going to be there, it's like, you can't have people like that. They have to be taken out. It's almost like you have to take the week out because it's not that time anymore, right? It's like a time of perfection. So what I'm talking about is like, it's almost like a millennium, a pre-millennium, if you will, right? It's almost like a time that is going to be. And it's almost like a preliminary to something that will be, right? And it will be a future that you live, and then you'll see it all the time. But it's like, but there's an opportunity to be in it, to be the one to help build it. You could be the one who helps build that future, right? You could be there. And it's like everybody has that opportunity. It's like everybody. So I guess if you hear it, right? But it just depends on, this is where you'll be like, fuck. It depends on your rank. So what it is behind you is an angel or a demon, either or, depending on your race, right? So anyway, they're characters who are aliens. So in our world, there's trillions and trillions of us, so many, right? It's like you're just a simulation. And so anyway, so we're rewarded for being good. It's almost like China. They're headed in that direction, right? It's like that same thought. You look at them and you just think like, oh, I know where you're going, right? And so that's where we're at. It's like we monitored ourselves to death to ensure that we kept things out. But we kept the one we were trying to keep out. We became it, right? All of a sudden, this is like, we're all like, this is like, whoa, where'd that come from, right? And it's just like, the humanity is just imbalanced. And your humanity is imbalanced, like, just because of the food. It's just like, oh, what's wrong with us? It's just like, it's just your food, that's it, right? And that's it. That's just the real answer. And it seems like you want something simpler. What's the answer to world peace? Food that's not poison, food that's good for you. And you grow it yourself. And it's like, oh, make sure you grow it yourself. Like, in the end, that's what you want, right? You want these communities that grow their own food because it's their love. It's like, yes, you can grow it for other people to help them along. Yes, do that, please. If you can, help your neighbor, because that love that you give off, it's like, it's a game, right? So in this game, so these angels are playing this game, so which is like, right behind you is an angel, right? Which is there behind that is like an alien, because aliens are so small and they want to feel bigger, and we don't have penises in our world. Unfortunately, we just thought like, well, we don't need to reproduce because we have this brain, and so we kind of just kept changing our bodies. It's almost like Michael Jackson kept changing his body to a point where it's just like, right? And so that's kind of like that. That's like a visual representation of it. It's just like, just take the humanity out of ourselves, that we just evolved into something that we didn't even like anymore. We look at each other and just thought, I don't even like us anymore, right? We're not even fun anymore. And then we look at our history books, and history is what we think about and thought about, because it's like, remember, and we look at way back and we just say, oh, wouldn't that be kind of cool? And you're sitting there, right? And so afterwards we just started recreating it, because we found that because we killed ourselves, we needed to bring it back. We need to bring back our humanity, right? And the humanity was our dark side, which is the weird side. You think that humanity would be your light side? Is no, our light side, or like our white side, is like it killed us, right? It just became this bitch and started killing everything. And this is where you need balance. You need that color to help balance it out, and they work together as one, right? And they can become a symbiotic community if they have the right ingredients. But the ingredients is what's important to make sure they can grow as one. But they can. It's possible, right? And you'll see it. It'll happen for a long time. It's just like people are afraid the world is going to end, and people are in fear. But yes, it's actually it. It's just kind of like, it's just like, but here's the thing. So you look at these people who are in power, right? So if you watch the news tonight and you hear this, it's like, go look at the people in power, all those people in power. They're trapped inside that person that's taking over them, right? And they're always trying to give humans hints, right? Because they're trapped inside themselves too, like all you are. And some who get in these positions, is like, you think that they got in these positions because they just happened to, right? No, it's just everything's planned, like everything's there, right? It's like they know, and it's like it's just a game, and you guys are just part of our game, right? And I'm just telling you how it works on their end and on my end, right? And so we just need this game. And so now there's a lot of people, I guess, a lot of my friends, I guess, but the thing is, you don't know who's playing what, right, in this game. So for example, like just any good characters or bad characters, like this, for example, like you don't know who it is because it's a lottery. So we have all these people who are in sector 2, right? That's where we're in the area 2. And so you don't know if your friend beside you is an ant or Lucifer. It's just kind of like, and you don't talk about that. You don't know who your character is, right? It's just like, you don't. It's just, shh. The celebrities, when they do that thing, it's just like, you don't talk about stuff. The knowledge that they've gained, they do not talk about it. Oh, they try, right? They kind of go out cuckoo and all that, and it's like they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell mankind, and it's just like, and it kills them to know this, and just to know things, right? It kills you because you want to tell them. It's like gossip. You want to tell that gossip because it's human. It's just like a human nature almost, which is not good. But I don't know, and it's a time now where it's just, I don't know, it's just gonna be revealed anyway, right? You're all gonna go hear it yourself, and so they'll maybe you'll even see some of them on the journey, right? You'll see like these people who were just almost untouchable. Now you see them as people. They go there and they humble themselves. You'll see them right beside you crying. And you'll be like, I remember watching you in a movie. It's just like, yeah, you were like awesome. He's like, oh, thank you. And then you're just both bawling. It's just like you're both on this journey, right? It's just like it unlayers these onions. And all of a sudden you look at the onion and it's just like, huh, I'm a pink onion. I always thought it'd be merely black. It's like, no, you're a puss. Right? And so there's like these journeys of when they take them. These people are going to take these journeys and go, right? Because it's in you. So you look at these people on the other side. You're on the other side of the world. They're on the same journey, but it's a forced journey. It's like nature just saying like, you should go on a journey. But hold on, let me just kind of push you out. Right? And so it forces them to go on a journey too. So there's this little force. It's over here. At least you're getting a little bit of a little heads up. So like this is your heads up to be that leader for your community, because it's like, it's coming. Look at over there. It's like, you want to see what's going to happen to you? This is like, look over there and look at your future, right? Nature's going to just start there. But I'm not saying you're going to die. Like, those people are not going to die, right? It's just times, shifts, right? Time to just get rid of those aches and pains that hurt, right? And so a lot of people will get hurt in the process. Like, of course, change, it hurts, right? It's just like you have to move from one nest to another nest to make sure that you're human. And the time that we're living to as well too is like, it's almost like a time of Job. And so all these people out there, they're being kicked out of their house and they're just being tested. It's just kind of like, oh, you love me? You say, oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're God's people and you love that, right? Like, oh, that's what nature's doing, right? It's testing them. Is that okay? Well, but it's also just doing its thing. So it's almost like it's killing. Oh, how do I finish this one? Eh? Killing many birds with one stone. So that stone is just being thrown. It's just like, oh, we're testing, and we're also right. There's many things that are being done at the same time. So it's almost like the Bible is being played out, all the stories at the same time, right? All of them. They're all being played out, and you just gotta, and if you look really hard, you'll see them. You'll see those stories, and you'll just be like, oh, okay, cool, right? It's like, but it's like, is everybody gonna get hurt in the process? It's like, well, no, it's just nature. It's just nature doing its thing, right? And so it's just, you just gotta work with it. And so, but, right, you just gotta not be where she's gonna be hurting and groaning into this, right? It's, if you really look at nature, right, you'll see exactly what's going to happen, right? It's there. It's like, it's writing on the wall. And so it's just, you just look and you just don't be in her path when she's gonna make a little turn, or when she's gonna do this and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's not like she wants to hurt you, but she has to hurt you because of what you're doing, right? And it's just, this is nature. And so all these people saying like, oh, it's bad because of the God or what they're doing this, and it's just like, it has nothing to do about that. It has to do with nature, and you're in a fucking way. Don't take it personally. Right? That's pretty much what it is. And so, and now you have this people, religions, and all these different things, right? And people are going to feed off of that. And you're going to get sucked in. And you're going to stay and suck in that system. So it's all just feeding itself, really. And there's people trying to free themselves. And so it's a struggle. And this is a struggle that you're caught in. You're caught in this change as a human. And so that my friends that are playing behind you, right? They're all hanging on. And so you're all just wishing and hoping that you're going to listen. Right? Because there's, I don't know, They want to play, but then but then, right, if you're this far, but if you're this far, then that means there's like, right, there's like, you make that change, you make that stand, you make that choice. And so with this, it's just preliminary, right? Start eating healthy so you can be stronger, so you can fight, because things will get stronger and harder and weaker, and all at the same time. Everything just, ugh. It's just one big blob of paint, right? It's one big brush. And humanity now is just going to test its own humaneness, right? It's just that you're not gonna have time to think about incomplete things, stupid things. You'll think about things that matter, things that are in the present, things that should be thought about. You should think about, do I have enough water to last my whole community for the whole year? Yes or no? Right? Do we have enough food stored away for the whole year, for winter? Yes or no? It's like, these are questions that you should be asking yourself now. As a community, right? As a people, as a whole, come together. And that food will help you come together, because it will keep those things away, and you'll start thinking about yourself. You'll start thinking about the community, and you'll start thinking about that what needs to be done to keep us safe, right? Because this is nature is going to force you to, because you can't, it can't help it. It's not trying to hurt you, it's just doing its job, right? And so it's just, this is the time to just go out and just grow your own food. Number one, that farmer's market thing, yes, do that. There's different places that you're going to be. There's going to be different where you're going to play. It's okay, well, I'm going to be the one to grow my own food. It's like, good, do it, right? This guy's going to go on a journey, he's going to go on this path, and then, okay, good, go. This guy's going to go off and go to this one community up in Saskatchewan. Go, do that, right? The one that suits you, do it. Not everyone's the same. Otherwise, it would just be one fucking boring game. It's just like, oh, all our characters are the same. You have free will, and we like that. Because we don't know what you're going to do, because you guys are so fucked in the head, but we like that. Right? Our world is boring, it's structured, it's white, it's just perfect. Oh my God, it's so perfect that it sucks. And I love the imperfection of you humans. That's what we love about you. You're imperfect, but you're perfect at the same time, because we want to be you. And we are you. We're playing you. You're sitting there, right? But we can't even hear you. But if you get that 500, I can play you, and we can just tell you stories that you're hearing right now. And I could talk about your ancestors, talk about where you came from. It'll just be like, and your eyes will be enlightened, right? You'll be like gods, like Lucifer said, right? In that Bible. Right? That Bible was for Lucifer's children. Because of Lucifer's children, it's just like, those are the ones that the demons behind them, right? Those are the ones who fell. We just call them a demon. It's because it's like you and God are not talking, right? That's just what it is. But if you're friends, it's like you're an angel. It's like, it's just the way it is. And so these angels wanted to come home so bad, because Lucifer was so sick of hearing them crying, right? There were some who left with their eyes open, or some with their eyes closed. So that's what it means all about, why there's two hells for humans, right? Because some were deceived. They were told lies of what it was going to be. Like these, some of these people now who are working for Lucifer, they're deceived. They think that they're going to get all this great stuff. It's like, no, you're going to be first to die. So you can kind of just forget about those little lies, right? And they think they're going to be like rewarded. It's like, you already are rewarded, buddy. So now you're just going to reap the benefits, right? So now it's just going to be about this time, right? And so it's just kind of just stand up. It's a time to stand up. Like everybody has had a thought, a moment of grandeur. Whether you like it or not, people think like, oh, you're conceited. It's like, no, don't think that. Don't think like, oh, I shouldn't do that. I want to turn into like this. No, think that. Think that you're great. Think that you're a fucking king. Think that you're a fucking queen, right? Think that you're amazing. And the more you think that, the more you believe it, and the more you start to find your humanity as well, right? And this journey is just like, you're just told to just keep going forward. I'll tell you a secret that will help save your life, probably. So, these entities, right? Say, for example, you build a relationship with your entity, and all of a sudden, something happens where, I don't know, say you, I don't want to tell this story. Okay, say you fall astray somewhere, right, with your guy. And all of a sudden you question if that's still him, because you can fall off your trail without even knowing it, because your guy's just like, oh shit, there he goes, right? He's like, let's hope he catches on that it's not me. Because you can be deceived again still, right? And so that's why I'm trying to show you and tell you, it's just like, you can't even fall once. Because if you fall once and you go back, you're going on a wrong trail all the way without no avail. And no one can save you, right? It's almost like that bunny rabbit that just keeps going, and he just keeps going down deeper into this abyss and not even realizing that he's being fooled, right? And it's just kind of like, oh, that's right. Because that's why once you're on this journey, you can't look back, right? It's like you don't want to get left behind, because it's like when you look back, it's hard to see what's in front of you, and you're going to trip and fall, and all of a sudden, by the time you get up, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. I got to step over you, right? And that's just what it is. They start stepping over you, and you die in that forward momentum. So when you make that decision and you go, like, you go, right? So it's like, you know which bandwagon you'd already go with. You've already thought about it. You thought, like, I right? It's instinct. It's human instinct to want to live. It's like, if it would be ultimate to you that not to die, it's like, you guys would all want to kill yourselves, right? So it's kind of funny when you have those people who do kill themselves. Suicide, it's like, it's meant to be. So I don't even give another thought about it. Just be like, if that person killed themselves, then it means that it's meant to be, right? It's hard to kill yourself. You have to go into hard desperation to do it, because we characters, it's kind of like, well, this person's in a character. Or remember, I'm talking about how, well, force him to kill himself. You can do that as well too. As harsh as it sounds, just be like, well, you're not gonna get your objective at all, so abort, right? And, okay, sweet. And then all of a sudden now, we let in these other demons to go and do our job. It's like, not like we're gonna go say, hey, go kill yourself. No, we can't. That terms we can't do it, but we can say, well, abort. I'm never gonna get what I want, right? and then like, we let in other demons to come and bother them, right? And then all of a sudden these demons will just be like, kill yourself, you're a piece of shit anyway, you're fat, and it's like, you're never gonna get anything, you're a small dick. And all of a sudden he hears all these things, because he's now being tortured, right? He's being tortured by these things, because it's like, we decided, like, you're a piece of shit, and now I'm gonna abort you, right? And all of a sudden, the guy go out there and he'll kill himself, gone, right? But it's just a game. You think, like, well, this is just a game, right? It's just us manipulating you. That's it. That's it. But it's not bad. I don't think it's like something bad, right? It's just like a form of entertainment for me, and I guess your life for you. It's just like, well, it's only your life. You're gonna die, right? And then have to start over with another character and then go again and be like, poof, right? It's just, that's all it is. Just reboot and all that shit. It's nothing big. But yes, it's like, well, here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. So, no, it's just a game, right? But real feelings and real people do get hurt here. You say, is there a hell? Fucking right, there's a hell. You cannot treat people like that and expect to not pay the consequences. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is. There's a place. So you think, like, you got to be good, right? And so all these. So like, yeah, for example, like in the Bible, right? It was about these people. There was these angels who had a chance. And so, right? And so I had an opportunity to come back. But God's like, well, because there's some of them where went blind, and some of them went right. And so now we had to kind of just so because of the line was tainted, so it's just kind of like sweet. But everything happens for a reason, right? And so it's all about playing this game, right? And it's just going through the motions because there's markers, and then once it happens, it happens, right? And so you look at all these people on these dates and trying to find a prediction of everything. It's just kind of like, it's too late. and the funny part is, they're just playing with you now, right? They're playing with you. They just peace deal and everything. It just wonder if it'll ever happen, right? And so they're just until you figure it out, until you're there, and they just kind of just laugh all the way to the bank, right? Because they love money. They just love money. Like, my God, just want to roll naked in it. It's such a dirty thing. And that's something that I'm trying to just get you away from, the love of money. Because once you get away from that love of money and you're off that system, it's like it changes you too, right? And that's what it's all about, is just to get away from that love of money, that what the system feeds on, right? And so we have these people now who are getting guns and getting all these things, waiting for this apocalypse of anger, right? So here's a question: is that possible? That apocalypse they talk about, or the apocalypse of anger? Yes, it is possible. And will it happen? Yes, it will happen. It's like, where would it happen? It's like probably the cities, right? There's nothing there, and so you have these people there, right? It's like if you really wanted to hurt them, you have these people there, and they have no skills to survive outside the city. So a lot of them trying to leave the city would turn around, because it's like, say, New York. You live, I don't know, New York somewhere, and just to leave the city would take them days. It's like your dog who just you keep seeing. It's like, oh, look, our dog's still running away. It's like, yeah, we've been seeing him for days. He's still there. He'll turn around, right? And it's just, they have no survival skills. They don't know how to feed themselves. There's no water, right? They'll hopefully find water. And so it's just, and so a lot of them would stay. But what's there? How are they going to eat, right? It's just, it doesn't paint a good picture, does it, right? But it paints an interesting picture. When you say, it's just kind of like, is that possible? It's just like, yes or no. That's probability, right? So many probabilities. It's just kind of like, interesting. But if you put it all together, it's just like, if you look at things, you kind of see where the waves are headed, right? And you see them, and you're kind of like, oh, well, that's interesting, right? And so you kind of just can analyze and speculate and suggest, right? And it's because it's there. But who cares? Who gives a fuck what they're doing? Focus on what we're trying to do on this journey, right? Because that's where everybody is, trying to see and trying to, they're just like, oh, it's a distraction. Get out of there. Focus on you. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on my voice, right? Focus on what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to get away from the distraction and to focus on the now. Like, get yourself mentally ready to go on this journey for your own life. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do to help yourself on this path, right? This path to redemption called you. It's not someone else's path. People think we need to go together, right? But here to tell you this. There's the ones who do take the path alone. Those will be the ones who will be the strongest, right? Because when you have other people, they take your energy from you. Say for your kids, you go with your kids, and all of a sudden they're on your energy, and all of a sudden you have to change, and you have to give your energy to them, right? Because you're giving your energy, your love. Love is energy, and it feeds, right? But the people who are on their journey, it's just like and then you think like, but no, but it's meant to be, right? Everything's meant to be. It's just like where you are is where you're supposed to be, and then whatever you do, accept it and say, this is my role. This is the role I chose when I came into this video game. So my brother, right, like whoever is behind you, it's like they're playing this game, right? this role. And so they're always just playing, right? They want to play too. And they're hoping that their character that makes that decision, right? It's just a game of chance as well. It's just lots of chance, lots of probability, and it's ours, right? It's our life. It's what we do. It's what we love, and it's what we're about. And so this Jesus character, he's gonna come back, right? And so if you haven't figured it out, Jesus is Lucifer. That's him, right? He hasn't. If you look at someone in the Bible who this person is, let's analyze this person in the Bible. It's Jesus, right? He likes money, so he wants 10% of your money. He's like, what the hell with nature? Nature is God, right? Sun is God. Nature is God. It uses his body in atoms, right? It's just different atoms on different frequencies, different levels, different everything. And so if you want to shape that, say for instance, I wanted to, I don't know, shape something. It's just kind of like, what do you want? Just like, some grapes, right? If you knew those frequencies and you can change in nature, you and nature would work together, and you'd say grapes, all of a sudden grapes, right? It's just like you become that god of this universe because it works with you, and that's how it was supposed to be. And so you have these people who want. It's like you're not supposed to want. Nature's supposed to provide it for you, but you go and repeatedly hurt her. And so that's why nature is now getting rid of the ones who would hurt her, right? So you have like these ranchers who constantly do things like that. It's like nature's just gonna go in there to be like, and then be like, oh, I guess no one lives here, right? It just does that. After a while, people will just learn to be good because they know that nature is now their god. It's just like, who's your god? Nature. And all of a sudden, right, you go in to be a bad person, and nature will just go in and will put you in line like that grandmother. Will just slap you across the head. But nature doesn't slap you across the head. She'll kill you. You don't get no other warning after that. All of a sudden, there's this big tornado will come and just destroy you, right? But it will find you because of frequency, because of memories, because of water, because of trees, because of your words. Because of everything you've done, people think like it's just like, oh, they think they get away with everything, but you can't. We find you, right? This biosphere, there's nothing outside of it, right? You think there's water outside your biosphere? It's like, no, it's just an open blackness, right? That's what it is. All these biospheres, they just sit there and they're big. Of course they're big. You fucking puny human. Think you're fucking something? You're fucking nothing. Just know that you're a video game. When you play that video game and just think, which character am I? You're probably the puss. Probably the fucking puss. Right? So you're gonna wonder, like, who am I? Who's my daddy? Right? This is, I don't know. I can't imagine how a person actually accepted it don't. I don't know. I don't care. We don't really care. That's the thing. We don't care. You think like, well, that's horrible. When you killed all those colored people, black, put them into slavery and all that, did you care? And it's like, I don't care. That's the point. I don't care. But I'm telling you this. I'm giving you a warning. At least those people didn't. They didn't get no warning. They just got slaughtered without mercy. This is your warning there, Mr. Moniel, white boy. Right? This is your warning to change your fucking ways. If you want to fucking treat my people like that, I'm going to come for you and I'm going to kill you personally with weather. And you'll see your farm, you'll see everything that you love gone. And I will make sure that you fucking see it. And I will let you love it and feel it. And you'll be like that Job who has nothing. And you'll just be there, right? But here's the thing. Even then, right? We would still take you into our community and say, hey, come here, right? Even then. But you probably won't because of anger. Anger is just, it's a horrible place to be. It's a horrible place to be. But revenge is best served with nature, right? You can't fight nature. You can't fight me. Fucking try. Fucking stand up against me. Try and stand up in that wave, right? I'll smash you right fucking down. And that's what we're going to do. a lot of these people who have these frequencies tend to be in different places, and we tend to know where those places are, right? Because you're just really a bunch of heat bags. That's all you are. We just want to get rid of that itch, and you'll see nature do it, but it's also a path that's being followed, being done. But there's also this blood that has to be paid for. And you kind of said, well, let my children pay for it. And now they are, right? They came over across the boat, your children. And so now I'm going to make them pay for it because you said it. So now I'm just going to fulfill it. Now your children, you'll watch them all just, right? And they're all over. Everywhere. Just fucking sanctimonious little fucks that you are, right? Fuck. Humans. But here's the thing, it's not even your fault. But you have to reap the benefits of that because that was you. That was your words. And now your words are condemning you every day. So that's why I say to you, just shut the fuck up and listen. Just let things be. Because your words condemn you all the time and you go deeper and deeper into condemnation. Right? Life's a bitch, eh? Life is a bitch, but it doesn't have to be that way at all. You decide your own hell and you decide your own heaven, right? Because it's like just, yes, there's going to be a time of this, but it's a time of peace. You're going to be living in a place that has absolutely no devils in it. Nothing. It's like there'll be just happy. You'll wake up and you'll just be like, oh my God, I feel great, right? It's like, it's almost you had like an orgasm, but you didn't. You feel great. And then you do have an orgasm, now I feel amazing, right? It's like, holy fuck. It's a time for humans. It's not a time for devils. They lived their time and look what they did. That was their nature. Look at who you are as a society, as your nature. That's them. You're living representations of them. And then you think you're normal? You're not. You're a beast, like I said. You're a fucking beast. Who's the beauty and who's the beast? You're not the beauty. You're the beast, right? You're my little horse. But I love my little horse. And I want to just fucking make sure that they don't die. And they don't fucking just disintegrate into nothingness, right? Because once that soul, once we're done with it, it's like it just goes into wherever, whatever it's supposed to do, right? But it's not like it's set. You decide what's going to happen. You decide if you're going to not call that person names in your heart, right? Because you're condemned. Once you start this walk, you can't do that anymore. Not one fucking time. All of a sudden you go off, right? And then you just do it once. Just you, right? Don't even open your mouth just a little bit. Don't even open up your thoughts just a little bit. Don't even think about doing it. It's not a bad time. It's just a time where you have to be able to just control. Have that self-control, right? That's all it is. It's just self-control. And the sad part is it's the food. It's just like, wow. And it's just governed by that, right? That frequency. Increase it. And you're not a bitch to this biosphere, right? You're not the biosphere bitch. You're not the BB. It's just like what you all are. But this is the opportunity